Okay, so I know that this has been a long time waiting, but this is the second part of my drawing tutorial. Now, a fair warning, I have not slept in probably 5 years. This is not going to be the highest quality of video ever. Also, I've improved in my art capability quite a bit. Also, anyway, let's do this. So, we're going to use the same wolf, fox, canine thing drinking tea that we used last time. This time we're going to be doing things in GIMP. So, you're about to get about 5,000 tips. So, you see we have one layer, which is the thing. Make a new layer. Make at least two. One for color, and then one for lines. Do not fucking mix these up, like I have in my experience. You will regret it. And you will have to undo. You might actually not have enough undos. Speaking of undos, where is it? Edit preferences. Now this will affect your computer based on pretty much how much RAM you have, but if you have a halfway decent computer, this won't be too big a deal. Basically, here you can make it where you have more undo levels. Remember that. You want to make this higher. I have it on 50 right now, because my computer's a pile of just garbage. Okay, now that we've confirmed that, I'm going to introduce you to something. Now, most people use tablets that are actually decent artists. I'm not. Instead, you use something called the Paths tool in GIMP. I do believe Photoshop also has it. Probably is superior, but I don't give a fuck. So what we're going to do is do this. So you're like, I'm going to trace, which is what you're going to be doing. You're like, no, bad, wrong. Here's what you actually do. You do this, and you're like, whoa, and you can just adjust this until it just perfectly matches. See how much easier that is? Okay, so now you got that under control. Just do another one. Zoom in. You just kind of and you're like, and you like zoom out, and you're like, whoa. And then you do this thing, and you hit stroke path, and then choose your line width. I'm gonna go with 6 and see how it looks. That looks a little too thick. Anyway, I'm gonna go with 4. That's a little bit better. Alright. And then these lines are just a couple straight lines, so just go. And then stroke. And stroke. And let's check G-Talk in the middle of the video because I am not professional whatsoever. That is my boyfriend reacting to a suggestion. Oh, he's still reacting. And I will probably do what he asked me to because it is an epic idea and that is a secret. Oh, you'll never know. Anyway, let's start drawing the ear now. Basically rudimentary shit. You just sit around, you make these, and this is immediately tedious, but it's pretty easy. Which is good news. Don't worry, I have way more tips to come. Don't worry. They'll come over time. Be sure to fill in any gaps so that you don't go fuzzy select, oops, everything's selected. Remember that. It will piss you off as much as it pissed me off if you don't, pay attention. Alright. Ignore the extremely unprofessional pauses. I swear, this is not really a professional video. I am by no means a professional. Fuck. Anyway, stroke. So, top hat's nearly top-hatted. And sadly saying AFK to my boyfriend because I do need to actually get this done, and people have been bitching at me about it, and they're like, "Good, when you get to the video!" But they don't actually sound like that, and they're probably kind of insulted at this point. Please ignore me, I'm really tired, and I'd say hyper, but frankly it's only 6.5 inches. What? Oh, that's a bad joke. Anyway. Wow, I wonder how many people will get that. Probably no one. Anyway, you don't need to know. Better you don't. Maybe you should. I don't know. Maybe you're into it. You just don't realize it yet. I need to shut up now. Anyway, back to the video. So you keep lining, you keep lining, you keep lining. And I probably should just pause and skip ahead to where I'm done lining. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I didn't think of it until just now and I don't want to look bad or something. I'm just kind of just torturing you at this point, aren't I? Now, I actually will do a little bit of coloring in a second because I'm weird. I like to line some sections and then start coloring, and then line some more and color some more. This breaks the tedium. Now, if you are like me and you're about to fall asleep because you haven't slept in a while and you have hiccups suddenly, oh, and you're yawning at the same time and you feel like you're going to just implode, what you do is this. So first let's go ahead and save this file. Fox, fancy, fuck, I don't know. Triple F. So we're going to color the hat real quick. So how do you color? How should you color? Well, I recommend you get the fuzzy select tool and you put a feather radius of 2 pixels. No more nor less. But a highish threshold. Say 80-ish. Not too much higher though because it'll freak out. And then you select some areas. So we're going to make this top hat purple. Because fuck you. And that band will be silver. Also because fuck you. So let's get a nice royal purple. That'll do. And then fill that shit. Now what? Well, it looks kind of flat, doesn't it? So that's my coloring method. But let's go to the shading. You get your dodge burn tool. If you don't know what the fuck that is, it does this. First, select the area you want to specifically shade first. First, decide where light's going to come from. This way. So, we're going to make it where light's coming this way. Now, let's see. What we want to do is take a burn and then kind of just barely touch the edge here. Oh yeah, by the way, when doing a burn tool, I almost forgot. Get a soft brush and go like this. That looks much better. And then go with this and just kind of dodge over here. See how that looks kind of cool? Good. Got it. Lines next. This one, we will do a little dodge on the side. Just a little bit. Actually a little bit too much there. There we go, that's much better. And then get the burn tool back out and just and then make it a little darker here. And then lines back here, color, burn tool, dodge tool, and ding ding ding. And see, we've got a pretty, not the most three-dimensional thing ever, but it is a thing. And you can look at it and you won't cringe right away. So, now for the silver part. This is going to be a little different, since it's metallic, right? We're assuming it's a shiny silver metallic band or something. Like it's ribbon at least. So, first we're going to do a little burn in the back, like before. And then in the front, where the light's coming from, first we're going to do a little dodge. Then we're going to do a sharper dodge. And then just a little more of a less sharp dodge, but just kind of like boom. There we go. And now it looks kind of metallic. It's a little bit shinier than the rest of it, and the shine goes on a little further. it stands out a little bit more as a metallic object. Alright, so we got the hat color. Let's continue lining this mother. But let's skip to the eyes, because I want to show you how I do my eyes. That probably sounded really weird. Anyway, what you want to do is start out like that, then stroke path, then zoom way in. Wonder why it didn't stroke the path. Note to have nothing selected when you do this, so it actually selects the path. Anyway, so yeah, that's a mistake I make a lot. Alright, so fix that. So when you look at an eye, on the very, very inside the corner pointing toward your nose is this little thing. It's like thing. And what you do is you stroke this and you make a very tiny, tiny, tiny line. Stroke it a couple times to make it dark enough to where when you use fuzzy select, it doesn't freak out. And you got a thing. And here's your base eye, which we will now color. Because I, once again, want to show you how I do my eyes. Not to be taken out of context. Let's see. First, white. Obviously, unless you have something different going on. And I assume the fox is going to be looking at the T, so his eye's going to be here. Let's give him green eyes. No, wait, no. Let's give him like light bluish eyes. First again, pretty high scale soft brush. Not that high though, because this is a small eye. Go around 4. Here we go. And you go like, oh, wrong color. Make sure you have the right color before you do this. And you just tap this a few times. Then you take the black, and then you just kind of go with a smaller brush. And there you have an eye. You can make it way, way, way more detailed than this, obviously. You can just be like, take the burn tool, shrink this down a lot, just like, and then, actually we will do a little bit of this. Because when you look at an eye at extreme close-up, it has all this, like, just flow to it. You know? Or maybe you don't. Anyway, it just looks really, really organic, which makes sense because it's an organ. But, yeah, if you want to really get at this, I suggest it. It ends up looking really good as a result. And no one will probably ever notice it. But I like going the extra mile because I am a pretentious cock. Yay. There's a few more of these. And if you want, you can do a blur on that so it looks like a little better. But considering at this range it looks pretty good. You could blur it a little bit though. So what we're going to do is use the smudge tool. Give us a slightly bigger thing. Give us a slightly soft brush. Just go. We did a little bit too much. Okay. Right. Lower. Just a wee bit. There we go. Perfect. Actually, that little bit on the edge here needs to be like, whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. That there. You can also do a Gaussian blur, but this might screw up because of the slight fuzzy select, and you'll have to fill in the edges again. Instead, you should use the smudge tool, which I normally don't even do. I just kind of learned something today. Anyway, so we have this cool ass detail in the eye, but, well, minor issue is, you know, eyes usually have that little sheen. Since light's coming from this way, I want the sheen here-ish. Now, some people just get lazy and Avast shut up. I'll never update you as long as I live because I'm stubborn. And they'll just maybe take a soft brush and just go, whoop. And you can do that, but go fuck yourself. What you should do is this. Take a nice slanted brush. Take a bigger one, right? And then you go here, brush dynamics. You put random on opacity, hardness, and size. Apply jitter 1 point, well, anything around 1+. Actually, let's get a slightly bigger brush. Then you go down here and you lower opacity a smidge, and you go. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot better than you were trying to do, dick face. So, you just kind of go like that, and then you get a slightly smaller brush each time until you just get a nice little tiny sheen bit there. And then you look out, and it's like, that looks pretty damn good, yeah! See? I got good chips after all. So that's how you do eyes, and how to continue the boring lining after we did this amazing eye. You can also add, actually, let's go back in and add the faintest, oh, wrong color. You'll see. Just very tiny faint. That's the wrong color. Shrink it down more. Just little tiny indications that there's blood vessels in the eye. So you know that it's not a fucking zombie or something. Very faint. You don't want to go nuts with this, otherwise they'll look high. Unless that's what you're going for, then go nuts. But in this case, he's just a chap drinking tea. He's not doing the blow or the weed or the dope. And remember, kids, this is crack and it's bad. Okay, I might have fucked that one up. I don't actually remember how the reference went, but it's Pee Wee Herman and Shut Up, I'm Tired. Okay, where was I? You know what this is, kids? This is crack. I still can't stop laughing at that one. Anyway, now we're going to do the mouth. Now, when you do a muzzle, actually, I'm going to do it like this, but you should really do something like that, and then just kind of like this, because it looks more like an animal muzzle, because it just kind of folds down like that, especially in the case of this dog. In fact, we're actually going to go with this, because it looks a smidge better. But we're going to redo this line a little bit, and it's not going to be nearly as dramatic. It's just going to be a little tiny bit. And that's much better than what I did in the rough sketch. But that's kind of the point. It's a sketch. As you're perfecting the thing, or making it better in general, this happens. So, you got that. Also, we need to note that this angles in such a way that there's a little bit more detail here. So let's just kind of do that and stroke. And you can see the other side of the muzzle. And it adds a little more depth. Fantastic. We're adding depth. Now to draw the teacup. Stroke. Now another way of doing circles is like that. It actually ends up working pretty well. Overall, can't complain. Say, oh, actually you can, but I'm not going to because I'm too tired. Oh, so just finished lining the teacup. And once we do that, we're going to color it real quick because it's going to be ceramic. And I'm going to just kind of do a basic-y thing for ceramic. Also do a little design because I can, but nothing major. We're doing GIMP tips basically today, so, well, there's going to be some gimpiness to it. And I'll show you some tools GIMP has, like I have so far. Herc, stroke, and stroke. Also, if you're like, well, if I'm using Photoshop or Sai, can you do tips for me? No! Because I don't use those. Go find tips from someone who actually uses those. Sorry. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes, drawing. Oh, by the way, I've been using GIMP for, I don't know, since 2007. I'm not switching anytime soon. Call me hard-headed, but fuck you. I'm an asshole. Anyway. Alright, so, fingers. Let's draw this finger real quick, because I'm not going to draw the whole hand yet, or paw, but I just need to be able to make sure these edges are filled in. And for that to happen, I need to actually fill in the edges. Kirk. You bet you saw that one coming. So anyway. Carefully. Stroke path. I'll worry about the thumb later. Now, I might note something you probably noticed I've been fixing a long time. Throughout this, I mean to say. I can't speak English when I'm tired. Is that when you do the path tool, it's not perfect. So let's do something I know is probably going to fuck it up. And then stroke. And see what happens. And it didn't do it. Let's try it again. Come on, do it. You know you want to. Stroke. No, it didn't do it. I swear it does this one thing, and it won't do it today because it doesn't want to do it to show, stroke path. Oh, it won't do it. Oh, I'm trying to show you guys something just to warn you, and it's not even, it's the most evil, stroke path. No, fuck you. We're doing this. My way or the highway. Come on. This will probably do it. That didn't do it either. What the why is it competent when I want it to fail? Stroke path, please. Come on. Oh my god. Let's just kind of try this again. Stroke. Oh my god, it should have for sure done it, but it didn't. Why? Why is it not doing it? Oh, it'll make so much sense when it happens. Why? Why does it not want to do it when I want to note that it fucking happens? Why can't it just work when I want it to, when it's actually needed to work? Why? Oh my god, I'm going to stab so many children when this is over. This is going to lead to my psychopath. Okay, so seriously, why is this not working is specifically what I want to say here. I could easily just draw what happens, but okay. Basically, this will happen. You'll do a path, and it'll just kind of like spike out. Right? And I don't need that anymore. It'll just, like a real, just, too big. It'll just, and then it'll be like a filled in, there'll be a random spike just poking out a circle like here, at total random. You'll have to erase those. That sometimes happens, but for some reason it didn't happen once out of like 50 tries there. But I assure you it fucking happens. I'm not crazy. You can see it in my live streams when I do them. I swear it fucking happens. Believe me. Okay, so. Anyway, after my little breakdown there, let's continue. Stroke path. Oh yeah, I was going to do the ceramic mug. Let's make it a light tan color, because we can. We'll also color in the liquid inside, because we can. Now first, let's select the right layer. Once we select the right layer, let's get our tan color that we're going to use. And once it reacts, we'll correctly select all 4 areas. When you want to select multiple areas, hold Shift while clicking. Select none. See this? This is 1 pixel. 1 pixel can really fuck you up. Note this. Do not leave even a single pixel uncovered. Ever. Things happen. Bad things. Anyway, so, that little faux pas out of the way. Now we got proper selections like we wanted. Let's get the tan that we want. Let's go with a... Perfect. That's the exact tan I wanted. You're probably like, man, that doesn't look that good at all. Well, it's going to get there, so work with me. So now we got to do a smaller tool. Let's do it like this. And then it's like, whoa. Now, when you're actually shading, do be sure to most likely just have the specific layers you want to edit, you know, or sections, separately shaded so you don't fuck it all up. Because that'll happen. Actually, the light's coming the other way, so the only reason why these shadows are here is because of its fingers. Note this when you're me. Alright, so that, and that. Do a little smudge tool. Make it bigger. Make it bigger. That looks so fucking cool, but that's not what we're going for. Alright, I think we got that much better now. Just right, okay. That was awesome. I don't even know what was happening there. Did that happen? Like that was like a wicked effect. It was like, yeah. Someone comment and tell me if that actually happened, or if I'm really fucking tired and I hallucinated that. Either way, it was fucking cool. If you didn't see it, I'm sorry. You need to be as tired as me, I guess. Makes it worth it. So now we're going to continue here. Actually, no. Duh, duh, duh. Light's going that way. Hits that edge. Duh. It's on the inside of the cup. Don't fuck up lighting. So it's like that, like that, like that, like this, and like this. But the inside of the cup is going to be a lot darker. And then we do the liquid layer. Yes, we're going to do an extra layer for liquid. Every now and again, you're going to want to do more layers. Stands to reason. So this is going to be tea, so it's a murky brown stuff. It's just completely, I don't like tea. I have nothing nice to say about tea. It makes me make weird faces. So for this, we're just going to be like, wrong color. I'm going to get a bigger brush, and actually go with this. Bigger brush, too big, perfect. And then you're going to be like, go through the different modes here. So here in layers you have mode that determines what the liquid looks like in the inside the vehicle. Why didn't you even say vehicle? Anyway, I'm back. So pick one that looks good. I'm going to go with grain merge, because it looks okay. And stick with that. So liquid in the cup. Sipping it up. Right. So that's a ceramic mug with liquid in it. Admittedly, that's not the best liquid I've ever done. But I'm not really that good at liquid, to be perfectly honest. But the blending methods I demonstrated probably could help if you were better at it in general. I'm not an expert. I don't think can't make this much more clear, really. I can't. So, let's continue. And let's get some more interesting stuff out of the way. Fur, for example. How do I do fur? I mean, I've improved actually a lot in how I handle fur. And frankly, it is a very lazy method, using a GIMP tool. That's right. It's a tool. Sorry, I am a tool. Anyway, no, really. I mean, you could sit there and really draw out every single fluff of fur, but the problem with that is it really is not. It's very time consuming. If you want to be that way, which you can, it probably makes you a better artist than me. I don't deny this. Then go ahead. But this is going to be the easy method I'm going to demonstrate. Okay? Okay. Don't rag on me for it. I rag on myself on it all the time. Got that? Everyone has it. Good. Okay. So, keep lining. There! It did it! And really badly, too. See that massive fucking jagged line? Usually they're a little bit smaller, but this one's nice and big. Yeah, you got to erase those from time to time. Just be very careful about that. Remember that they happen, and you won't be too badly thrown off. But when I first started having them happen, they scared the shit out of me. Like, whoa, what the fuck's that? So anyway. Stroke the path. Check and see if I got a message there. I didn't. And now we're going to go ahead and color in some fur. Now what color would this fucker be? Orange! Because I said so. And the inside of his ears will be green! Because I said so. And his nose will also probably be green. Now that we got this, select the inside of the lines. And here we go. Color. First, the orange. Then the green for the ears. So how do we actually really handle this? Well, first of all, before we shade anything, let's do this. Here's the trick. You go to Artistic, Impressionist. For fur, there is in fact a really obvious setting. It's called Furry. Apply. Go. And hit OK. Now, you'll see that this is a really nice looking texture, but it's kind of really too fucking obvious. So what do you do to fix it? Actually pretty simple. You go to this, the brush, and then you get a soft brush, you lower the opacity to about 70 plus, and you go over this all just real fast. And very carefully, just very carefully. And then for the green area, we're going to zoom in a little bit and very carefully touch that up. As well, keep a little darkness here and there to accentuate some thickness to the fur. And as you can see, you have a nice soft fur. But it's a very nice texture. In about under a minute. Yeah, lazy method. So, yeah, you can either draw all these little tiny fucking lines, or you can do that. Once again, artistic integrity, blah, 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 blah. Now, we missed a little bit here because I wasn't paying attention, but that's a quick fix. What did I miss? What did I miss? The pixel. Right there, okay, I'll get that in a minute. First, let's get the nose. Let's show off noses. Here's how I do noses. First fill it in, light's coming from this way, we've determined that one. We'll also do shading on the face in a second, but first this. And you go burn. Oh yeah, here for light and dark, basically if you want to make things brighter, hit dodge. Darker, burn. Here you have range. Shadows means you affect the dark things more. Midtones is about average. Highlights you want to affect bright colors. In this case we have bright colors. So we choose highlights. Exposure is the strength of it. So we want about that much. You know, this end just kind of boom, boom, boom. Very simple, not too much. Sometimes you want to do more or less. We've got to keep it simple for the sake of this tutorial. And the fact that I take 500 years doing all this, so we don't really want to wait too much longer, do we? Alright, so let's fix this blunder. I really do get sick and tired of these after a while, but hey. Mistakes are mistakes. Fix that one pixel. Literally, it's one fucking pixel. Why the hell can't you figure this out, GIMP? Oh well. And I just realized I didn't have the thing selected. Oh, or unselected, more like. Fix it again, or actually have the right brush, color, and actually fix it. And there we go. Orange, Impressionist, and and fix. Good, we got it. good. Let's do some shading. Lines, select, shift. Got it. Alright. Get your dodge burn out and do a little burning. On this side, we'll do some burning. And let's get this to be that big ass soft brush. That's not the right one. Just kind of go. There we go. Just a little bit. Yeah. A little more. Perfect. Nothing major, just a little bit. Just a little here too. Got it. Now, to accentuate the fact that this is, you know, a muzzle, you're going to want to do this very carefully too. You want to lower the exposure a fair amount. And then the size of your brush as well. Let's go ahead and do a little burn here. And then get dodge and do a little dodge here. Right? Now let's redo this a little bit because I actually did a little bit too strong an exposure again. Just a little burn here. And then a little dodge right above it. Very faint, really. You don't want to fuck this one up. Even now it looks kind of jarring because I haven't really perfected this yet, but this is the basic idea. You probably want to use much lower things than I did. You probably want to really continue it down the face, but I didn't. To indicate that this is where the face is that does the thing. Also, there should probably be an eye that you can barely see here, but I didn't do that because I'm insane. Anyway, this is a Cyclops and it's kind of awkward. That's the shading on that, more or less. Face done, and we're going to fast forward a lot because this is already taking way too long. Okay, so we've lined it all, and I went ahead and did this arm paw because it's more the same fur. We already know how that works. So how shall we handle more clothing? Well, let's make the suit itself, well, purple. It'll be made out of some kind of silky material, so we won't really need to texture it so much. And we'll just put the thing here and there. Okay. Thought I was going to screw up there for a second, but it didn't. Fantastic. Wait, let it fill in. Wonder why it isn't. There it goes. Do a burn. This is darker in general, so it's like, whoa. I'm just like, whoa. And that should be just about right. The bow tie should also be purple. No, wait. Yeah, it'll be purple. No, green. Yes, green. But this will be made out of something zany. Actually, no, we'll give it a green and purple polka dot thing. Exactly. So, here we're going to get a little detail with the coloring for once. But it's going to be green with purple polka dots. So, we'll start off like this. Do, 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 do. And just purple, 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 purple. And get a green brush. Shrink that down. And just boop, 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 boop. Actually, polka dots are like kind of like this. This can be tedious. Thus you be a lot like me and sing Tetris when you're doing this. Blah blah, there's no actual lyrics because this is fucking Tetris. I really do not know where that came from. I sincerely hope that whenever I finally get around to getting employed, that my employer overlooks the fact that I made this video. Or any of my videos, probably. Anyway, Yeah, this is probably not the most professional thing I've ever done ever. Anyway, so now you got all these polka dots. And we're going to do with the burn tool. We're going to do the burn tool with the soft brush. Do a little bit of dodge on this side for some reason. And do a save. And there is a polka dotted bow tie. Yay. Actually, tying bow ties is a pain in the ass, by the way. And believe me, I tie a lot of ties. I do not like tying bow ties. In fact, I tie them like regular ties, and then they're called blackjacks, and that's much cooler. Ugh. And the undershirt's just going to be white. But, first of all, it's not just that. It's also going to have texture. Use the Clothify tool in Artistic. Instead of just wasting your impression, and instead just do Clothify, and it does the same basic thing, but you have to go around searching for a clothing option, because this is it. Wait for it. Wait for it. It does take a while. It takes about 50,000 years. And then it just... oh, it's just taking so fucking... finally. Okay, as you can see, this isn't fantastic. Also, apparently I got a text. Oh, when did I have... oh, that's a G-Talk. I had to answer that in a bit. Okay, where was I? Ah, yes! So, as you can see, this isn't perfect. Obviously, take your soft brush. Actually, not that much. Let's try this again. Let's do it around 80. Now then, take the burn, and go whoop, 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 and just kind of just. The bow tie throws a massive shadow. Actually, no, not really. Let's try that again. Let's see, it's a little accenting, really. Here it's not as much because it's kind of like closed in, but these kind of flap out, so it makes more sense. Okay, that's much better. And save. So his clothing is ready. So now let's do the table. Table. Well, some kind of poker table, obviously. I mean, look at the cards. So let's go ahead and make it. I mean, you usually see green, but you don't see enough red. I like the red suede for some reason sometimes. So we're going to go with the red suede. It goes the little red there, and then let's see. I'm going to go ahead, Artistic, and let's do the canvas texture and see if that looks. Yeah, that looks about right, as long as we just like. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens if I look. Oh yeah, that's too deep. Lower it. Yeah, that's just right. Oh, that was pretty fast. Sweet, that's perfect. I mean, I could do a little more with that, but I'm not going to. And now let's actually do the cards. This will be pretty simple. And select that wrong layer. Do that instead. Zoom in, and as you can see, I put some more layers in the cards. Like I think I mentioned this when I was originally drawing this on paper. But I said I'm just gonna put 2 to indicate that this is a stack, and I'll do more later. I just put it a little bit more. Anyway, I didn't go overboard. This isn't highly detailed, obviously. So there's the cards, and let's just make this really simple, and just zoom in. Check what G-Talk is. And I'm going to answer this G-Talk. I won't be rude. Okay. Probably should put that. Probably should put my G-Talk on busy, but I'm nice or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's cool. Hi Tom. Anyway, let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So, going to draw a spade. Now, hopefully, I'll do this better than when I shaved my chest hair to look like a spade, which normally I do just fine. But last night, well, not last night. It was 2 nights before. I need to sleep. Anyway, I fucked that up, and it's too small. So my chest hair is like really underwhelming now, which saddens me. Why did I tell you all that? Oh well, I like to fucking shave my hair in a cool way. Fuck you. It's there, why not? So just put a really lazy spade. We could definitely have done better, but who gives a fuck? So here we'll put a diamond. Diamonds are fucking red. What the fuck did I do that for? Here we'll put a club. Meant to say. I'm just used to my persona because the way I did it was the colors were reversed. With the spade and club being red and the other two being black because I'm weird. Now then, get your red out. Let's do a diamond. The easiest fucking symbol out of all these, really. It's just really a slightly fancy square. And then a heart. Now, this would probably once again be a lot easier with the tablet instead of a mouse. That noted, let's not worry about it for now. File save. Select none. As you can see, we are nearly done. Almost. Actually, Control Z. Because you should also do this. Soft brush. Burn tool. Yeah. There we go. Okay, and also lines, color. Now, don't put shadows on these because these are fucking paper flat on the table. But this is the whole deck, so put a little shadow. Just a little bit. Don't go nuts. Alright. And also note that there's this big fucker here. Put a little shadow. Actually, it's more like going that way. And then these arms like. And then there's also a teacup here. There we go. Save. Now what are we going to do for a background? Well, we could do nothing, and we could just be like, and then just post it like that. Now I would do that, but we're going to do a little more. First, we're going to make it pitch black. Black? Black. I meant to say black. Just as a base. And then we're going to do a little ray of light off this way. Let's use a tool. Let's use light and shadows. Do supernova. That was necessary, yes. Get white. Put it over here. Radius. Bring it up a bit. Then do this. It should result in. Didn't work. Control Z. Show supernova. Oh, it has to be slightly on screen. Okay, fantastic. Okay, you do supernova. And it looks like a little spotlight. And now, in the room itself, you actually kind of put a thing. First, do this. Let's not do that because I fucked that up. Let's do this. we're gonna make this really lazy. Do what you want with this, but I'm gonna make a little wall using the, where are you? The pre-made wood. Once I learn how to do it right. If you're gonna use a pre-made, do it carefully, unlike me. Try to actually get it level. There you go, no nuts. I said to myself. And then on the other side, select none. Same. Control Z. Select an area first, because I forgot about that happening. Yeah, that happens. Just saying. Get a deep area, and then try it. Select none. This implies you're in like some kind of otherworldly thing, and you have this fucked up thing like, you want to play poker? For your soul! So that's the entire idea, and that's what I'm going to go with. But we're going to do one more thing, because I can. And because we can, and because this is GIMP, and we should really show you some pretty things. Render. Nature. Actually, no. Go to Fractal Explorer. Trust me. And then make sure you don't have a dumb selection. Select none. Reshow Fractal Explorer. Alright, so let's see. Let's go with nothing major. Okay, wait, no. Yeah, it looks kind of okay. Haha. Anyway, that looks just right. Okay, we want that, but we want to change up the color just a bit. Let's see if we cosine all these. There we go. That's almost sky gas like. And then we're going to do this. Delete a lot of that black that we don't need. Select none, and then actually wait, I liked that. Let's lower it though. There we go. Oh yeah, this looks cool. Yeah, you can get some cool ass backgrounds doing that. And now we have a complete image. Now, of course, is the most important part. Making sure no one fucking steals your work. So, what we're going to do is save first, because Jesus says, no, very old joke. I'm not even going to tell you it. Okay, fine, I'll tell you the joke while I'm rotating the image so I can do this, right? Because I can't seem to understand how to do my signature vertically without rotating it. There was a contest between Jesus and Satan in order to control a thing or something. And they were saying, oh, who's better at Photoshop? So, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So they started doing this thing and got real far, and Satan had this awesome picture. And then the power went out. And it came back on, and he lost all of his everything. But Jesus had quite a bit of a picture left because he saved every minute. Because Jesus saves, and that's sadly how I remember to save all the time. And I'm an atheist. How the fuck did that happen? Anyway, that really weird joke out of the way. We're going to sign over here. You should always make your signature a little unique. I mean, use the same signature so that people know, oh, that's his signature. I mean, like, placement should be a little unique. So this one's going to be over here. Actually, I'm going to use the brush tool. Sorry, the path tool. My signature looks something like this. Normally I actually draw this out, but I'm going to do it with the path tool today, because I'm lazy. Stroke. Sign out you like. Why is this not doing it? Why is this not doing it? It's just making infinite little dots because I keep misclicking. Let's go with this one. There we go. Or whatever. Stroke. Yeah, that works. Cancel. You know what? This is taking way too long. Why the other one's not Control-Z? Oh, really? Okay, it was like, you're still doing things. It's being stupid. Why is it being stupid? There we go. Got it. Okay, let's try this again. Remember your undo history, kids. Very helpful. Save. Alright, let's do this again. Look how much faster this is. Alrighty. Image, transform, rotate. Now zoom out so you can see the entirety of the image. Save. Now what we're going to do actually is make that signature a little teeny bit more subtle because, I mean, it is small, but it's a little bothering me. So, let's kind of go like this and whoops, too much. And just push it right into the wood. So it looks like it's kind of like embedded. Just a little bit. Like someone etched it in. Save. And there's way more you can do to really make it look like it's etched in. We're not going to do that because the image is basically done and there's nothing else we can really gain from doing that. I just realized one last thing. Lines. What I could have done to make the muzzle a little bit more thingy. Take the tool here and do a dodge and do a thing and just kind of get in here and just have the right thing selected. There we go. That's actually a lot, sort of, not really, kind of better. Control-Z that. There we kind of go. Let's just kind of go, turn it down a bit, do the burn, shrink this down, go over this, just a little bit. Too much. Okay. Put it down to like 2, 3. There we go. That looks a lot fucking better, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, save. Alright, kind of brighten up the whole muzzle on the side where the light's hitting. Note this. Also, I missed one other... Actually, no, I got it. Never mind. See the shadow of the hat. Never mind, got it. Okay, so we have a finished image. I'll post this on Fur Affinity and stuff. And link it in the video description. And select none. And it is just save one more time because I'm like that. One last thing, actually. You're wondering, what format should I save it as? PNG ends up being really good, but JPEGs are smaller. But people are like, but JPEGs have all this fuzzy shit. Not when you do it right. Here's the right way to do it. First, of course, with .jpeg. And then export. Now, if you're exporting it, go to Advanced Options. Put the subsampling on the best quality. and the DCT method on floating point. Keep these on optimize, save, whatever the fuck, and use quality settings from the original image. Quality at 100, and then save defaults. Save. And then you get a high fidelity JPEG. It admittedly is a larger file, but it looks just fine. It's still smaller than a PNG. Although admittedly PNGs might look a little bit better in the long run in some very stupid little ways. If you want to have a really good looking JPEG, that's how you do it. And that's my very, very way too long video. An hour-long video now that I'm looking at the setting. I hope you enjoyed. Oh boy, no one's going to watch this.